Hi everybody, welcome back to Scrappy Adam and welcome to this month's Pinkfresh Friday. Super excited to be back filming this series, which is the brainchild of Joanne Bartle, the lovely Joanne. Thank you so much for allowing me to be part of this harp, and I'm super excited as well because another lovely friend, Sarah, is also joining this month. Those of you that watch my videos will know that Sarah has recently joined YouTube, so make sure that you visit the description box down below. And you will find the links of everybody playing along this month, as well as Sarah, Joanne, and everybody else. So hop on along to them and see what they have been up to for Pinkfresh Friday. I've dug deep into my Pinkfresh stash, so long story short, I am filming in a completely different location, still within my office, flare room, scrap room, but it's all had a complete change around so that I can get organised with Dotty about flare and introduce some new processes. So I've had a play with everything. I'm aware that there was a little bit of a sound issue, a bit of an annoying sound on my videos, so I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that that is now repaired. Please do let me know in the comments down below how the sound is, how the picture is, and I will adjust accordingly. This is the first video I've filmed in this new location. So yeah, there will be a craft room tour coming soon, and now that everything is moved and organised properly. I know that some of you have been asking for an updated one, so that will come as soon as I can. Excuse me. So yeah, let's hope that things are good in this new setup. So for my layout this month, first off, I have this, which is new and from Hey Little Magpie. Hey Little Magpie have a load of Pinkfresh dies, stencils and stamps. And it's one of those hidden categories that unless you go looking for, you're not going to see. So I would strongly recommend you go and have a look because there are some amazing ones. For example, I also have these. This is the Miss Your Smile, and look at that floral. That is so amazing. Now there is a stencil that also coordinates, and it's a layering stencil, so you can get all this detail, but I just have the stamp. I just really love that for a corner of a layout. And also these standalone cuts, slim lacy edges. So this is what it does, and I just thought they were quite fun. They were also on sale, so definitely check them out. I was playing when I first got them with my stamping platform, and I created this. Now the stamping is not the best. Don't think it is. I probably used the wrong ink, but I was just playing, and then I cut it out with the die. So first off, what you do is you stamp it. This is Adam's way. It may not be the correct way. And it's the Infinite Blooms set for those that are interested. So I stamped it first. Then I lay this die and die cut it. And then what you could also do is use this stencil, and it's a 5-piece stencil. So they are numbered. So they're also numbered. Yeah, so it says up here stencil 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And as you can see, different ones have different elements to it. Like so. So then, if you follow that, that's what you'll end up with. How gorgeous is that? Now, of course, if I wanted to do that, I would have stamped it in black. But as I say, I was just messing about, and I wanted to show you that because I think they're really cool. And it's not something I have played with much. In terms of Pinkfresh Studio, I've generally just got their paper collections rather than things like dies, stamps, and stencils and ink, and they have so much to offer. So there we go. So I think we may use this as is on our layout today. I have also got these bits and bobs. Let me separate them here. So my friend Sarah gave me these when she finished with the collection, and it's the last bits from Let Your Heart Decide and Dream On. I say last bits, there's actually quite a lot still left, but Sarah had finished with it, and I absolutely love these two collections, and they were before I started scrapping. So I'm happy to have a couple of bits from that. I also have some enamel dots, all Pinkfresh Studio of course, for Pinkfresh Friday. So we've got the Best Day, Keeping It Real, Super Cool and Let's Stay Home. And then some of the ephemera, so I've got Let's Stay Home, Out and About, stickers, frames, ephemera, Keeping It Real, my favourite story, I think, florals, and this, which is the mix. I'm not going to use much from them because I've already picked out some ephemera from various collections, and I've just pulled out my Pinkfresh Studio stickers, all sorts of different collections, all sorts of stickers. So I'm going to put all that to one side so that we can crack on. And I've been wanting to use this paper for a while. Excuse me having a drink for a moment. There's two papers particularly in my huge box of Pinkfresh Studio papers that I've wanted to use for a while. This is one of them. This is from the Live More collection, which was, of course, before I started scrapping in 2017. I like that, but it's a bit brown and a bit boring, but I love this. And you've got the square colour block, but then you've also got this off-centered square, which I think is so good. So we're going to use that as our background. I'm just going to cut the branding strip off in the new office slash flare room slash scrap room. I have an L-shaped desk area now with some calyx in the corner, so I can just leave my trimmer and swing around. Just to give you an idea of the storage I have in there here now, we have around 75 to 80 calyx cubes, which is just ridiculous, but amazing. I am very, very lucky for sure. And it just makes working, particularly work with Dotty About Flair, so much more organised, quicker, easier, productive. And that's what it's all about. And then obviously I have my permanent setup for filming and scrapping, and it's organised at last. Anyway, I have this. I put this together whilst I was just having 5-minute chill in here during the heat wave, because it was reasonably cool. If you had, I've got 3 fans around me. If I had all them on, I could just about, but I couldn't do much because everything blew everywhere. So I tried making flare, and it was just like all the artwork just went, just didn't work. Anyway, heatwave is kind of still here. We're on 24 today, but it's better than the 39, 40 it's been for 3 days. Anyway, I digress. This is all scraps of paper. So this one is out and about. These two are some days, as is the red one, and I'm not sure about this one, but it's absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. So I basically just cut a strip of this and a strip of that, layered them together, and then tore a few bits and bobs to get this. I've used 2 paper clips. They're not from a collection, they're just from my stash, and those paper clips are probably the only thing I'm going to be using that isn't Pinkfresh Studio. And I kind of want to put this here, and then this, in the new setup, I have calyxes everywhere, and then I have these bowls, which you will have seen already, and lots of little pots, because we did it on the cruise, and I really loved having everything accessible when I'm working on something. Anyway, I've got loads of dishes and stuff now, and this was in one, so I thought let's pull it out whilst I was playing, and I kind of want to put it like this. I don't mind if I cover some of the writing, that is inevitably going to happen, but yeah, so we're going to have a play. Ephemera from various collections. I'll try and remember as we go through it. I probably won't, but let's see. And then I have 4 selfies. These are all from the cruise I recently did with Kathy, and I need to decide which one to use. They're not the best photos of me, I do know. I'm thinking this one, that was taken on the cruise whilst we were just chilling by the pool. So let's use this one. I just love that I can keep my trim around. So much better. Okay, so I'm going to trim this down. I need the bigger one. I'll just swing to my left. I'm going to cut it to, well, let's see. So we've got 4x4, but I'm going to take a little bit more off, I think. So it's 4 by 3.5. So So it's kind of square, kind of, well, it's not square at all. Okay, and then what I thought is we could sort of tuck this in. That's if I've left enough of a gap without putting adhesive there, of course. Just fold that over and then tuck that in there. So let's do that. Everything, honestly, I didn't realise things would melt and be as hot as they would. Obviously, I should have realised it was blooming 40 degrees in Manchester at one point. But yeah, it's honestly been crazy. Okay, and I'm going to put it at a little bit of a slant because I think that's this kind of layout. Everything's on a bit of a slant. So that is my little photo cluster. And I've said this before, if you're unsure about layering, or if you want to use torn elements and stuff like that, start with your photo or start with your paper. I do apologise about the shadows as well. Looking at that, let's see if I can fix that at all. Probably not, I'm sorry. It's the nature of lights. Start with your photo or your paper and layer and build a photo cluster before you've even stuck it to your paper. And then if you don't like how it looks or whatever, you can just take it off. Don't overthink it. So I'm going to stick this sort of here. Now I do have a straight line, of course. I have distressed it a bit with my newly discovered and found Tim Holtz distresser tool. Not a huge fan of it. I much prefer scissors, but I did use it for the edges. But I kind of thought that works because it also brings in a bit of the block from the square in the paper. And then we're just going to pop that paper clip back there. I just think the paper clips add a little bit of detail. We've got a light blue one for this and a gold one. There is this, which is Pinkfresh, but I don't know what collection. I'm sure Joanne would know because she's a huge Pinkfresh fan. As am I, but not quite as much as Joanne. And I think for this one, I'm going to pop it over there, just to bring a bit of difference in from the other one. And then pop this paper clip back on there. So as you can see, we have this big cluster, and we've not even stuck it to our background yet. Then I wanted to layer some of these, so we've got this is from Days of Splendour. It's got stitched element, some cameras. These are from, I can't remember what the collection is called. We've got some cutter parts, so I thought we could use some hidden journaling. These are from Let's Stay Home, I think. So we pop that in there. Let's close this. So I'm just going to go round and round and round. Okay, I've just seen it flicker. I do apologise if it's been flickering. I've not noticed this. I've not noticed it until then. So then we could, I did think about layering behind there. This is a pocket, but it doesn't particularly matter. But what we could do is layer that in. So I'm going to do that. So I'm just going to stick the actual pocket. We're going to stick this behind here. Because it says the best place to be is together, obviously it's a selfie and I'm not together with anybody. So I'm just going to layer that behind there. This will then just sit in the pocket as a bit of a hidden journal element. And that also brings a colour in that isn't on the paper or the embellishments that we've used as of yet, but is in the photo from my t-shirt and the towel. And then we could use this floral. I was thinking that these would layer together, but I'm not sure we need it. Let's have a look. Yeah, let's use it. I'm going to grab going to use some black twine. Just need to open it. See how quick I put my hand on that then? My pegboard is being used effectively at last. So I'm going to use black twine because that will then pick up on the black writing here. So I think that would work really nicely. So let's bring some black. Oh, why is that doing that? I'm just going to have to roll with it on this video, guys, and I'll do my best to look at that again. So let's pop some through here. I shall be back in 1 moment. Okay, I've tried to fix it, not sure I have, but let's go with it, and hopefully it's not too horrific that you can't watch, but if it is, I completely understand. So I went ahead and put the twine in there. These two are going to stay loose, and we're just going to place them sort of like this. They will move, and that's absolutely fine. So I think it's time that we got this stuck down. So I'm going to take them out for a minute. I'm just going to stick the photo down a little bit more here, and then let's get this stuck down. So I'm just going to put adhesive in a few places. I may well come back if needed and do some Nouveau Deluxe adhesive maybe, but we should be fine, to be honest. It should be fine. Okay, so let's make sure this is straight, and then let's pop this on. So I'm actually going to put this on reasonably straight, but it's not going to be perfectly straight, because you could obviously do it like this, but you could also follow the bottom. So I'm just going to put it there. I'm happy with how that looks, and then we are going to stick this in. There we go, and stick this in. There we go. Obviously the photo isn't stuck down there because this sneaks up behind it, and that's absolutely fine. It's not a biggie. Let's pop them there. We've got our paper clip, which I'm just going to push up a bit. So I've got this Enjoy and Smile, or Smile and Enjoy, which I love. So I'm going to tuck that behind there, and then pop that there. So it looks like it's being stuck on with the paper clip, but I have actually stuck it on as well. Then this ephemera pack, whatever this is from, I actually have 2 of, and if you can see the colour difference, but I quite like that. It is quite green, so I may just use the lighter one, just as a bit of a element. And then I've just got a couple of other bits. I went through the ephemera when I was trying to update the computer to stop it flashing. So let's have a look at this. This says life is better when you're laughing. So we definitely had a lot of laughing time. Okay, so I'm going to pop that there. And I quite like that the black is some covered, some isn't. My happy place is going to go up there, but I'm going to use some foam when I can find it. Okay, let's just use a foam dot. I have got some foam squares somewhere. But I'm yet to sort out, do you know like the bits that you have next to your desk? I've not sorted that out yet. And then I've got this label which I'm going to add here, and that's just going to bring this red that we've got here, 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 here. It's going to sort of create, it's going to pull it all together, I guess. And we've got this piece which says Dream Destination, That's quite fitting. That's going to go there at an angle. This is from Keeping It Real. It's like an ice cream, which I kind of guessed works. It also brings in a different element, I think, but I don't know if I like that now. This ticket is from Out and About. I thought that was perfect because it says "See, let's sail away," and that's exactly what we were doing. I'm going to put some foam dots on that. And that also brings in a bit of the blue from the paper that I've used. Not sure where we want to use that. Might pop that here, like so. So it's a very mixed collection from Pinkfresh. I've used lots of different collections, and that's what it's all about. For me, it's Pinkfresh Friday is an appreciation of Pinkfresh products, and for me that means using up products, and I love mixing and matching because it shows how amazingly well Pinkfresh products go together, and they really, really do. So we've got that adventure. So I've not used any stickers yet, guys. I am quite proud of myself because I usually use the stickers before the ephemera. I'm not going to use them. And not that. These are from Out and About. This is a collection that I wish I had been scrapping when it came out, because I truly love it so much. But I wasn't, so there we go. Okay. Vacation mode, that works perfectly, that can go down there. And then we've got a little arrow, so I'm going to stick that on there. For some reason I've cut these in half and put them in a wallet like I do in my ephemera with the frames from this collection, so that's fine. I just saw it flash again, I do apologise. Okay. I think this might be a bit too green, yep. So I'm just going through now the pile of embellishments we've got here that I went through at the start, seeing if there is anything else I'd like to use. Just going to tear up the side like I do. Some of these I did already have, like I do have these leatherettes somewhere, but I can't get enough of them. Okay. Now I'm just going to use this there. And that's purely, this is not yellow but it's not green, but we've got the same colour here, so this may be from the same collection actually. I is not sure, but I quite like the idea of just a little bit of something popping there. Okay, and then we've got these puffies which I love, and this is the Dream On collection, as I said, and it's quite an illustrative collection by the looks of it. It feels a bit doodly. I love it. So I'm just gonna use that puffy. No. Let's use it there actually, just to add a bit of detail. We've got a couple of leaves. There we go. Try and pick that up a bit. That flashing is so frustrating. I'm so sorry, guys. I think that's going to do it anyway. I don't think I need to use much more. No, I'm happy with that. So I'll just look at some enamel dots. Now I'm going to use this navy, which is a bit stark, but it's going to bring in the colour of my t-shirt. Because we were by the pool, I just used a plain old t-shirt for when I got out. So I'm going to use those three there. And then let's bring one down here, using different sizes as I do. And then let's bring one up here. go. So they can go back in my enamel dot box, which is right by my desk now. I think that's going to do it, guys. I'm really happy with that. I'm so happy to have got that paper used up, and even better that it's on Pinkfresh Friday for the month of July. And yes, I had to think what month it was. So here is my finished layout. I hope you have enjoyed this video, albeit with the flashy flash of the camera. So sorry about that once again. But I have really enjoyed filming this in the new location, and aside from the flashing of the video now and again, I hope you have enjoyed it. Any advice, constructive criticism, or anything else is always welcome. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to check out the description box down below, where you will find everybody else playing along this month, and check out what they've been up to. I will see you back here next month for Pinkfresh Friday, and I will see you soon for another video. Bye for now.